Hey guys, today we're going to read Dragon Masters, Saving the Sun Dragon, the second book in our series. Today we're going to read chapters 3, King Roland's Threat, and chapter 4, The Wizard's Potion. Chapter 3, King Roland's Threat. A threat is when someone says they're going to do something bad to you, if you don't do something that they want. Drake looked over at his friend Bo. He could tell Bo was thinking the same thing he was. How did the king know one of the dragons was sick? If you remember chapters 1 and 2, Khepri got sick, and they went back inside to take care of her, and King Roland already knew about it. Okay, let's keep going.
"I have spies hidden in the Valley of Clouds,"
the king said, as if he had read their minds. To read their minds, that means to know what they are thinking.
"You almost let these dragons escape once, Griffith. I want to make sure they are ready when I need them."
When he needs them. What do you think King Roland might need the dragons for?
"I understand,"
Griffith said. Drake remembered that when the tunnel had caved in, Griffith hadn't told the king that the Dragon Masters had taken the dragons out. Instead, he said the dragons had tried to escape. Griffith had lied to protect the Dragon Masters. So Griffith wanted the Dragon Masters not to be in trouble with King Roland, so he said it was the dragon's fault. Griffith was being very good to the Dragon Masters. Griffith had only wanted to protect us when we told that lie, Drake thought. But now the king is mad at him instead of us.
"So I will ask you again, Griffith,"
said the king.
"Is one of the dragons sick?"
"Yes, your majesty,"
said Griffith.
"There seems to be something wrong with Khepri."
All eyes turned to Khepri. All eyes turned to Khepri, that means everyone looked at Khepri. Her eyes were cloudy, and her long, graceful neck was drooping. Graceful, that means looks very, very beautiful and clean and wonderful.
"First the dragons tried to escape, and now one is sick,"
said King Roland.
"This makes me very unhappy, wizard. You are supposed to know all about dragons. Heal her!"
"I will look for a cure right away,"
Griffith promised.
"You would better find one soon,"
King Roland said, his eyes fixed on the wizard.
"If not, I will find another wizard."
His eyes fixed on the wizard. That means he stared at him angrily, didn't look away. King Roland turned and stormed out of the caves. His guards followed. Drake's stomach did a flip. Another wizard? What would we do without Griffith? What do we do now? Anna asked Griffith, stroking Khepri's head.
"I have many books about dragons," the wizard replied. "We will start there."
We? You mean we can help? Drake asked.
"Of course," Griffith said. "Please take your dragons into their caves. Then meet me in the training room. We must act quickly to save Khepri."
Chapter 4, The Wizard's Potion. The Dragon Masters dropped off their dragons and headed to the training room. The section where Griffith taught lessons was kind of like a cave. Most days, everyone wanted to be outside in the Valley of Clouds. Drake loved it there because it reminded him of working in his family's onion fields. But today, nobody was complaining about staying inside. Everyone wanted to help Khepri. When they walked into the classroom, they saw a giant pile of books on the table. Everyone take a book, Griffith said, pointing to a stack of books. A dark wizard made that orb, so we must find a cure for sun dragons who have been touched by dark magic. Quickly now. He was already flipping through all about sun dragons. That means he was turning the pages quickly through a book called All About Sun Dragons. Drake took Dragons 101 back to his desk. Dragons 101, that means an introduction to dragons, just starting to learn about them. The room was quiet, except for the sound of turning pages. Drake read and read, but couldn't find anything. No one could. Then Rory held up Dragon Lore. That means a book called Dragon Lore. Lore is like tales and history of dragons. I found something, she cried. Listen, each sun dragon is born with a moon dragon twin. These twins can cure each other of almost anything. Is this true? Does Khepri have a moon dragon twin? So twins, if you remember, are brothers and sisters that are born from their mommy at the same time. Okay? Do you remember having any twins in your class before? Maybe you do. Let's go to the next page. Griffith frowned.
I do not know. And if she does have a twin, that twin is likely very far away from here. There's no way we could find the moon dragon in time.
Anna stood up. Well, my book has a potion in it called Wicked Away, she said. It heals creatures harmed by dark magic. She brought the book to Griffith, and his eyes lit up. His eyes lit up. That means he got excited.
This might do it. It is not just for sun dragons, so I'm not sure if it will work, but it's worth a try, he said. Drake and Bo, go to my workshop, bring back a jar of moonbeams and a sack of sunflower seeds. Hurry!
A jar of moonbeams. Wow, that means moonlight stuck in a jar. The boys raced into the hall to Griffith's workshop. The workshop was filled with bottles and jars. The bottles and jars were stuffed with strange plants and filled with potions. So a potion is a kind of medicine that's a little bit magic. Kind of like a magic medicine is a potion. Drake walked to the left side of the room, and Bo took the right side. Drake picked up a jar with purple liquid inside. Lily Dew, he read out loud. That means the morning water from a lily flower. That's Lily Dew. He checked a few more jars, and then he saw something glowing on the top shelf. Standing on his toes, he grabbed it. A pale blue light shimmered inside the jar. A pale blue light. That means very light blue, not almost white. Drake read the label. The label means the sticker on the outside of the jar, saying what's inside. Moonbeams! I've got them, he shouted. And I've got the seeds, Bo said. Let's go. When they got back to the classroom, Rory was stirring liquid in a black metal pot. Anna was reading directions aloud from her book. Griffith clapped his hands when he saw the two boys. So Rory was stirring liquid. That means stirring something like soup in a big pot.
That was fast. Now let's make this healing potion, said Griffith. Drake, empty the jar into the pot. Bo, add 3 seeds, please.
Drake carefully opened the jar lid. The moonbeams slid out like water. Then Bo dropped in 3 black seeds.
Keep stirring, Rory, Griffith said.
Rory stirred. The liquid turned blue and started to shine. Ah, the liquid. The liquid is something like water or milk or soup. A soft light came from the pot. Griffith scooped up some liquid with a ladle and put it in a clean jar. A ladle is a very big spoon used for cooking. "Will this potion make Khepri feel better?" Bo asked.
There's only one way to find out, Griffith said.
They all walked to Khepri's cave. Her eyes were closed, and her yellow scales had lost their shine. Griffith handed the jar to Anna.
You are her dragon master. She will listen to you. She must drink this, he said.
Anna nodded. She walked up to Khepri. "I have something for you," she said softly. Khepri opened her eyes. She smiled when she saw Anna. "We made it for you, to make you well again," Anna said, holding up the jar. Khepri opened her mouth. Anna slowly poured the potion inside. "This has got to work," she whispered. That's the end of chapter 4, guys. Thanks for reading with me. See you next time. Bye-bye.